Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is gonna be absolutely bonkers. Now I'm gonna do another on-site, in the field video, you guys. And I thought, who better to take me into the field to give us their expertise than my actual broker? So I'm at my broker shop here. You guys know I'm not saying it's time to buy, but I wanna get you guys a lot more perspective and expertise. So I wanna make sure that my broker's ready to go, who's Rami, and also, as Rami and I are gonna walk this new construction, we're gonna make sure the quality of construction is good and basically see how much inventory right now is actually available. Now, while we're doing that, we're gonna send Avery into the sales offices just to see what type of deals that she can get on new construction. So, what I'm gonna do right now is just make sure that they're ready to go. Avery, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
You ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Rami, my friend, how are you, sir?
I'm well.
Awesome. You ready to go, brother?
Let's go.
All right. Real quick, you guys, I can't believe I got my broker to actually come along with me and help me. So show him some love. We got the troops packed into the car right now, and we're about ready to go. To find some deals of our lifetimes, or at least try. Rami. All right, guys, so we will be on our way to give you guys some on the field information and location. So sit tight.
Hey guys, it's Avery. I'm here at Ashton Woods. They're one of the 3 new construction builders in this community. I'm going to be asking all of them what incentives they have on their inventory. And while I do that, Travis and Rami are going to be looking at the new construction sites and assessing the quality on those properties.
Okay guys, so let's talk about inventory right now. And as you can see, because I've adjusted my aperture, you guys can see that these houses over here in the background are all being built right now. So I'm in a new construction development where they have a tremendous amount of inventory, you guys, that is just sitting. Now remember, in order for the market to be considered a buyer's market, generally you need more than 6 months of inventory. And you guys remember me saying that essentially right now with new construction, there's 9.2 months of inventory right now, making it super bad for these new construction builders. Because again, you guys remember, when these houses, these spec houses like you can see behind me, you guys can see all these, all of those are spec houses without buyers. And remember, you guys, they are not set up to hold on to spec houses because they have poor financing. And generally, they need to sell their spec homes immediately. So I suspect as demand continues to get crushed because of unaffordability, I suspect we're gonna see even bigger price cuts with new construction and even more buying incentives. So it's starting to get really nice, you guys. But again, I need to give you guys, and I wanna give you guys in the field actual visuals. And look at behind me, look at all that space they still have to build. You guys, this is happening all over Texas. And I'm gonna walk something that's being built right now that, essentially with Rami, just so I can make sure that it's being built correctly. Because really the question is should we even be buying this inventory to begin with? Because are these new home builders cutting corners and using, products that are not of quality? And really that's what I'm gonna try to show you guys on our next segment here with Rami, is we're gonna actually walk inside of one of these houses, and we did get permission from one of the new construction builders. So we did get permission, and according to them, they build their house with extra quality and extra care. And that is not like the ones behind me. The ones behind me are with a new builder. And again, I'm just wanting to show you guys that there's entire blocks right now of new construction homes just sitting, entire communities. And again, you guys can see behind me, you see those cars right there behind me? Those are people that have recently purchased new construction that are in the biggest danger of being caught upside down in their houses, because now that all of these houses here are being price cut, that also is super bad for the current owners, because it means that their value is going to go down just like the value for these homes. So let's go on to our next segment right now, guys. But before we do that, let's take a listen to Avery and see if she has any data on current price cuts now that she's visited the sales offices.
Me down again.
Hey guys, I'm at Ashton Woods and they've got some really good deals going on right now. Starting out, but their homes are already marked down like 10%, plus they're offering 3% towards closing costs and buy downs. So some really good incentives going on at Ashton Woods right now. Hey guys, I'm here at David Weekly and they're actually offering up to $20,000 off across the board. And according to the sales rep, their homes are very specially built, so I'm gonna have Travis and Rami definitely check out their new construction site.
All right guys, so now I'm going to talk about demand being absolutely crushed, and that being one of the primary reasons why there's so many homes being built. And as you guys can see in the background, Rami right there, Rami's going to walk this site and basically tell me and tell us as viewers whether or not he spots any deficiencies with the new construction. Again, he's not an inspector and you do want to get an inspection, but you guys, again, one of the primary reasons why we're having these price cuts right now is not because of hyper supply. When you add hyper supply into the mix of things, all that's going to do is make it to where price cuts actually have to get even steeper before people can actually afford these houses. So when we look at the data specifically at Redfin, and Zillow has it more, when we look at the data from Redfin, it's actually showing mortgage payments up 50% in just 1 year. Now, obviously, normal people can't keep up with that, which is why I'm constantly telling you guys, stay ahead of the unaffordability and stay ahead of the uninflation by getting out of consumer debt, making as much money as possible, and staying on top of how you spend money. So a lot of times, what I do is, again, I monitor my spending habits on an app called mint.com. But again, you guys, demand is absolutely slaughtered as a result of unaffordability and all of the quantitative tightening that the Federal Reserve is doing. Now, a lot of people are saying right now that the Federal Reserve is going to loosen up, that they're only going to raise the interest rates 50 basis points in December. And here's the thing, you guys, while that may be true, 50 basis point rate hike is still astronomical. Remember, in the past, the interest rate hikes were only 10 to 20 basis points. So even if they decide not to do the 75 basis point hike, 50 basis points is still a lot, and it still rug pulls so many people, you guys. Interest rates, when they go up like that, it shocks the housing market in way more ways than one. But again, you guys, as things continue to get more unaffordable, as the quantitative tightening starts hitting the small business sector and the labor force, we're going to start seeing this stuff continue to get out of control. So, because again, we still don't have unemployment. We don't have much unemployment still. We don't have supply right now. And inflation is still high. We don't even have a confirmed recession. So once those things start getting confirmed, you guys, I'm telling you right now, things are only going to spiral even more out of control. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm going to try to find Rami and basically see if he was able to, essentially spot any deficiencies with the home. But before we do that and really kind of give it a deep dive in this house, and if he can see anything, let's listen once again to Avery and see if she found out any more details about what price cuts and incentives that the new home builders are offering.
Okay guys, last but I would say not least, but actually Coventry Homes offered the least amount of information. They wouldn't disclose any of their incentives, unfortunately. They said they're always subject to change and you have to ask a sales rep about their current incentives.
A little tour. You gotta love my broker, man. He's taking all of this time to come out here. He's super shy about video. He knows that. And the thing is, with this man, I've hooked up and lost a great white shark with this man. Me and him saved people through Hurricane Harvey. But when you take the camera out, it's super crazy. So Rami, tell me, let me know what we should be pointing out right now. Okay, so I haven't capped these posts right here.
Boards up there to support some of the weight of this property.
Right.
You see the different colored boards.
Yeah, I see different colored boards. What about this here, man? These 2x6s kind of sandwiched in here. Is that good quality construction?
So I mean, it's just, we're not framers obviously, but
right.
You typically want to see when 2x6 construction like this, they've got two 2x4s sandwiched in between them.
In between the 2x6s, yeah. So they're not using, 4 2x6s, they got 2 2x4s kind of sandwiched in between.
You can see the same theme here. You've got 3 2x6s and 1 2x4.
And why are they doing that, bro? Is that just to save money on material, you think?
Saves a little bit of cost.
That's crazy. So they use 3 here, but only 2 over there.
Yeah.
I mean, it is nitpicky, but seriously, geez.
One of the things we'd like to see is we'd like to see a clean, all the form boards. You can still see some of the form boards out here.
Yeah, and the
See
puddles.
The boards with the nails in them.
Yeah.
That's what's holding your all the boards that were held together to create your foundation to hold the concrete in. Typically on my site, for example, I go through once the foundation.
You know, we're going to take a look at this now. Again, the point that Rami's trying to make, and any broker should make, is you have to be really careful because you do need to get a home inspector. All we're trying to do is just kind of briefly take you through here and see if we can see anything that just kind of hit us to the blind eye. Typically at this stage of construction, generally the houses are immediately sealed from the elements from obvious reasons. And obviously you guys can see here, this is not properly sealed. It is sealed a little bit right here, as you can see. They have some boards here, as you can see. And my question, and obviously there's no boards on top here, you guys. You can see that it's completely exposed to the rain. But really one of the next things that they should be focusing on right now is sealing the actual house, because the longer it's not sealed like this, the more vulnerable the materials are. Okay guys, so what we have here is basically the kitchen, island. And as you can see here, here's where you connect, your water. This is actually electrical, but this is, the part of the building process where you can actually get specific with the builder to kind of build it out properly. Now, at first look here, guys, other than obviously this isn't 100% cut right, just some minor things, this looks to be built properly. And as you can see, over here as well, more lines running into the house. This is sealed up, so this does actually look nice, guys. This is kind of where you can get a little bit more specific with the builder if you're walking the property and have that type of relationship with the developer and builder. All right, guys, so a couple of things to point out that actually are really good, or pretty good with this new build. Again, I'm not in construction. I get a home inspector for love of God, but these headers look really good. So this is the header for the window. This is the, you call it a king support. This is the jack support right here. This is essentially, these boards, these internal boards here are essentially holding the weight of this window. This looks really good, actually. And let me point out another thing that I like as far as what this builder's doing. And again, these are kind of like, shoe cutter houses, but the rep did say they're building these houses a little bit better. But these are really nice here. These are to support a TV. And you can see that it's a little bit stronger here. You got some headers right there, but this is actually very nice touch when it comes to new construction. Obviously probably most new builders are not going to be doing that like they're doing that, but that is one of the things that is nice. Now let's go to the front of the house and see what's going on there right now. All right, guys, so now we're in the front of the house, and now I understand, because I got a couple comments, oh, it's a construction site. Like, yeah, I know it's a construction site. That's why we're walking it and saying we're walking a construction site. So I also understand that generally construction sites look this horrible unless the new builder and the construction developer, whoever's working on this project, takes quality care, because not all construction sites look like this. Now, most of the time it is like this, guys, but the reason I'm showing you this is because when you notice any lots that you're walking that are new construction that don't have a mountain of trash in front of the house, generally those are signs. And again, guys, listen to what I'm saying, okay? I understand that every situation is different, but generally those are positive signs that the new home builder really appreciates quality of construction and really appreciates what they're doing here. So the fact that there is a mess everywhere, again, you guys, that doesn't really, it doesn't seem like they are appreciating the quality of care. But as we can tell when we walked it, I did point out a few things that they are doing right. Again, and I wanted to come to this specific site because the builder and sales rep said that they have a special way of doing business. Now, you guys, here's the thing. I really, I'm gonna wrap this up right now, but again, you guys, I suspect that deals are only gonna get better moving on to the end of the year and into 2023. And if you guys can, I'll leave my broker's information, I'll leave Avery's information. Don't email me, you guys know I'm still sitting out, but if you have questions about anything that happened today, reach out to either Avery or Rami, and I really appreciate you guys following along with me on this video. I hope you guys got some value, insights, and perspective, and if you're out there investing in real estate, I do wish you luck, and I hope you win.